Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the scrim night. Got Ancient Templar up against Treemen, of course. This is their second map with Ancient Templar getting the win on Hollywood pretty comfortably there, but there was still shines of light in Treemen's offense and defense. But they'll get to see how mechanically they match up with Ancient Templar here on Lijiang Tower, Doctor.
Yeah, there was big individual plays there for Ancient Templar, but also Treemen in that previous map. So looking forward to see Scott's Vilforce opening up on this Pharah here. So he's got a lot of work to do here on this Pharah.
They pushed Treemen back to a little bit closer to their entranceway of their spawn point with Project and Spoons, getting a kill each. So heavy advantage here, and they're not even taking their foot off the gas pedals. They're sending more people back to the spawn point. Adam's going to have to sit there mechless before getting killed. So the first cap goes to Ancient Templar. Yeah,
just that charge him with that project, putting that projected barrier on him there. They're able to just get a huge amount of damage on the opposing Reinhardt. I think it's the Reinhardt that they charge there. And then Zilforce, he's putting a lot of damage, but he's shooting the back of the Reinhardt, who can need a huge amount of damage before he really gets low. And especially since the rest of the team just following him up there is a really key factor. And they just got a really early pick and just a lot of pressure.
So there is no hit scan on either side. I guess technically Wuvo's a hit scan with Tracer with the flanks, but they've got one kill each here, Ancient Templar. Zilforce does get one back, but the pressure is very intense here from Ancient Templar because they're just forcing the fight consistently in the doorway of the spawn point of the Treemen.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on the Treemen right now since they are running this Pharah, and they're just not giving him room. One very big key factor is he's shut down by that Diva here, so he eats the damage and the rest of the players commit off the back of it.
Graviton Surge Pulse Bomb combo here, and Wuvo picks up a double kill because of it, so no one can get past the entrance point here from Treemen. So forced back into their spawn point, it must be quite difficult. They've only got a nano boost to work with.
Yeah, this isn't really much to go with right now, and Zilforce, I think he went into that previous fight with about 80% on that ultimate. He's only at 88%. He's not gotten a lot of damage off all in these last two fights. He really needs to get this ultimate up. He's going to stick on this Pharah, who typically we have seen run on this map before, but not in recent times.
They do have the ult advantage now, Treemen, with only Sephira's nano boost on the side of Ancient Templar. So they're going to push in now with graphics hitting the sound barrier for Treemen. Nano boost is on top of Dark Light. He charges in, takes that Sparky. Adam gets flaked as well. So the checkpoint is being consumed now by Treemen, forcing out a lot of Ancient Templar members. Project gets caught trying to get back to the spawn point, so they can breathe a sigh of relief, but it is 88%. Make that 89% if they can't get Wuvo off. He makes it up to 92%, not 91% their Doctor for Ancient Templar.
Yeah, they get their players on point. Spoons played up in that high ground. One thing that happened is Zilforce went straight into that point. They played really aggressive with that speed boost, and then he went up really high. And then Saphira and Spoons just both turned straight to him. Saphira shot him out of the air while Spoons was eating his damage, and he didn't get anything done and died first.
There's a self-destruct by Adam, picks up the kill on top of Flag, but Wuvo does one better with a Pulse Bomb, getting a triple kill, and this is going to gain entry back to the point here for Ancient Templar. They're going to start capping it now. They're at 91%, so if Adam can't do anything, he doesn't. He gets taken out by Project, so, man, the pressure is definitely on here for Treemen to get back to contest at 95%.
Yeah, 95%. They've got about 3 seconds left to get back in that
damn, Dark Light.
Just a second too late.
He just went straight into Sparky's shield. He just got that up. And Sparky did one better and slammed down the Earth Shatter in response, while Dark Light didn't have his shield up.
Yeah, just unfortunate for them there. I think I see what they're trying to do with the Pharah there, but when you're in a map like that, if you don't have control of the point, you don't have that verticality to work with for the Pharah, for Zilforce. So every time he went in, it was so obvious what he was doing, what he was going up to do. And then immediately there's just the only two players that really need to deal with him because he is the main damage. You send your Diva up there of Spoons, and Saphira is just the only one that needs to damage. Because if they are shutting him down, he doesn't need to heal for those couple of seconds. So he's completely denied at the start of the fight. The rest of the players, though, did a really good job of pushing off the back of that. And right now, they seem to be swapping this Reinhardt around a little bit. They're putting Dark Light now into the Hog and graphics onto the Reinhardt.
This is better for Treemen not having that Pharah, because I felt like that kind of hindered their play a little bit.
I think especially in that previous map, if you're not going to get the aggression off at the start, you can't run it. You have to be really confident you're going to get a lot from it. And they just didn't get enough out of it at the start because the Ancient Templar applied the aggression themselves.
Ancient Templar, Treemen are going to come through. They're not going to go through the bridge. They're going to come through on their left-hand side, getting into the checkpoint. But there's a killer piece on both sides now. So contesting here in the med pack room. The sign gets taken down here by Spoons. Zilforce needs to be careful, but a grenade lands. So they're forcing Treemen back out of the point. And man, this is what I see sometimes with mid-tier teams Doctor, is when people are trying to get out, they don't know whether how long to stay in a fight and when to retreat.
Yeah, one big confusing factor there probably was the fact that they did get the pick on Sparky with getting booped off there by Zilfor. So that when you get that Reinhardt trade, even though you lost your Reinhardt earlier, you think for a second, oh, we could possibly keep playing the aggression. But because they went around the back, they were in such a bad choke that that nade that came out of Saphira just was doing too much work, and Saphira just really had free reign to heal up the rest of the players.
Expect to see that Pulse Bomb Graviton Surge combo from Ancient Templar, but they had the Nano Boost on top of Dark from Graphics, who's taking a bit of a sleep. Darklight is switched on to the Roadhoggers. Rudo picks up a double kill here. Spoons gets one in response, but it's still all Ancient Templar at this point. No ults, only one ult was wasted from, I believe, Treemen with Dalsu using the Nano Boost. And you can take a look right now, Doctor, at Ancient Templar. That's 5 ultimates and soon to be 6. Yeah,
they've just won a few fights out here without using any ultimates at all here, so this is a really big advantage. And right now, with Project with his Graviton Surge, it's probably going to force him around the back end, because coming across this bridge, you can get really caught out by a grab on the wall, and you've got to be really aware of that. There's swap signed over to this Zaya, but you probably won't be able to get an ultimate up in time to really push on and play the aggression, and really just in Ancient Templar's Parky, except opened up Dark Light with that hook.
Good opportunity. They're going to throw in the self-destruct. It's not going to pick up any kills, though. The sand barrier has been popped for Treemen, who's still swarming the entrance of the checkpoint. They've taken out Sparky and Flake, so now they're on pursuit of Spoons, who's doing laps around the checkpoint. He's got the defense matrix up, but the mech's been popped. He's completely swarmed. First cap of the second point will go to Treemen now at 86%, going towards Ancient Templar.
Yeah, once again, the points being really opened up by those hog picks that they're getting from Treemen. Dark Light now on the hog instead of Scientist, and it's working for them right now. He got that hook on the Project, and that probably was the ultimate they wanted to use. You can really get people in those choke points with a Graviton Surge, so just that hook really bringing it for them there.
Ancient Templar go across the bridge, but they have a self-destruct to worry about right behind him. It's going to pick up a double kill here for Adam, but Woover does one better. He gets a triple kill with a Pulse Bomb Graviton Surge combo with the help of Project, and they're running rampant now, Ancient Templar, even with that self-destruct in the backline. They're going to start capping here, and it's going to be back in their favor, starting at 87%.
Yeah, because Ancient Templar played so aggressively across that bridge, they didn't give Treemen time to really set that up properly. They went for that self-destruct on the bridge, but they were really, most of their players were completely across by that time already.
Sound barrier popped here for Ancient Templar with the Nano Boost, as well as Adams getting slammed down by the Earth Shatter. So a lot of ults used here for Ancient Templar. They need to win this fight to make use of it, but they're at 99%. And there's only a couple of members left for Treemen on top of the checkpoint. It's going to be a difficult one. They don't have anyone else left to cap. It's going to be 2-0 here to Ancient Templar before we move on to the next map.
Yeah, that's a big advantage for Ancient Templar. Oh, they've won it already, but just the fact that they had so many ultimates, when they went into that last push, they were able to play that aggression. If they had maybe 1 or 2 less, they might not have got much out from that play where they played really aggressive across, because it was still in Treemen's favor when they played that aggression across the bridge. But just going with this combo, see how far across the bridge they were by the time their combo landed on the other side of the bridge, really was just in their ballpark from there, just playing much more aggressive than Treemen were.